Hey guys, so now we're going to look at subtracting fractions. And this works exactly the same as adding fractions, except now we're going to be subtracting the numbers in the last step instead of adding them together. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to look at my numbers here. I'm just going to go ahead and write it vertically. So 3/5 minus 3 over 15. And I notice here I've got a 5 in the denominator of the first fraction and a 15 in the denominator of the second fraction, which isn't helpful for me in trying to just combine these quickly. So the first thing that I need to do is I need to find a common denominator for the two. Remember, we saw in the last one that we can multiply by 1 and keep the value of the fraction the same. So we change its appearance, but it's still equivalent to the original value here. And I want to figure out what way of writing 1 will help me get to a common denominator for the two. So with that, to find the common denominator, easiest way is just to find the least common multiple here. So between 5 and 15, I know 5 times 1 is 5. 15 times 1 is 15. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 3 gives me that 15 that I want. So that is what's important to me here. Now I notice here 15 times 1. So for this fraction that has 15 as the denominator, its value is not going to, or its appearance is not going to change. It's still just going to be 3 over 15. When I look at the 5 though, I need to do 5 times 3. So I want to rewrite my 1 as 3 over 3 because 3 divided by 3 equals 1. So I'm still just multiplying my fraction by 1. So 3 times 3 gives me 9 over 5 times 3 gives me 15. And then I'm just rewriting this one. 3 times 1 is 3. 15 times 1 is 15. So if I rewrite this fraction now, I'm going to just write it off to the side. Now I've got 9/15 minus 3/15. These fractions are still equivalent to the fractions I started with. Now they just have the same denominator, so I can combine them much more easily. So since the denominators are the same, I just want to subtract the numerators. So 9 minus 3 over 15, which gives me 6 over 15. 6 and 15 have a common factor or a number that I can divide both of them by, which is 3. So we know 6 divided by 3 equals 2. And 15 divided by 3 equals 5. So my final answer here, the most simple way that I can write it, is 2/5.